What's up, everybody? My name is Kaiyu Huffman. I am a freshman point guard at Life University in Marietta, Georgia. And this video is kind of a vlog, as you could call it. It's kind of like a mini day in the life, but not really to that extent. I think this video is just great to get an insight of what the lifestyle of a college athlete is like. It's not really the typical day for us. It's a pretty light day, but I still think it's, there's a lot of valuable stuff in this video. So enjoy. So I just got to the gym. It's 7:50 in the morning. We have speed and agility, then we have weight training, and then we have an on-court shooting workout. And then later today, we will have another shooting workout. As of right now, these are all player-ran workouts, as it is the NAIA dead period and coaches can't be in the gym with us. Though I can't record, here are some clips for some of the workouts today. So at this point in the day, we typically do a team study hall, though obviously I can't record inside of that. So instead, I'm going to be giving a breakdown of kind of my personal journey into being in the position I am today at Life University. So hopefully y'all enjoy this, but yeah. Okay, so first things first, let's start with my junior year of high school. So my junior year of high school, I was on and off starting on the men's basketball team for varsity. So this is actually pretty rare for a lot of college basketball players. Typically, for the usual college basketball player, their junior year of high school or senior year is where they start to break out and get interest. But for me, I had no interest my junior year. I had absolutely zero. So I was struggling to get minutes. My confidence was terrible my junior year. My stats, terrible. But I always played the right way. I was very unselfish, which hurt me when you look at the stats. But if you were to watch me, it is very unselfish basketball, but it's just nobody knew who I was. So my junior year, we had got a new coach into our program, and I think everyone was still trying to find their role in the system. For me, I felt as if my best opportunity and my best chance was to develop as much as possible in the summer and try transferring schools for a better opportunity. And so I got with one of the coaches that changed my life. He was an old assistant at Life University, and I got with him for a summer. Really, I was training with him all throughout my junior year, and then we hit it hard going into the summer. In that summer, I transferred schools to Excel Christian Academy, and I took off. I started scoring like 25-point games, 36-point games with like 8 assists versus public schools. And in schools that my old school had played and I had scored 5 points against, I was putting up numbers like 28 points or 30. So it was definitely a breakout period for me that summer going into my senior year. I started to really get my confidence back, and I felt like everything was going great, and some schools started to take interest. So at the time, there was a lot of Division III schools that were showing interest, and I was fortunate enough to have gone on a couple of visits, really great visits before my senior season of high school. And so going into that senior season, I had a lot of confidence, but I was still unknown. Other than going on a few visits and talking to a few more coaches, I was pretty much unknown. So I was definitely going into the season with a chip on my shoulder. Now going into the season, my senior year of high school, it was pretty bad. I started the season shooting terrible. I was overthinking a lot, and I added way too much pressure to myself, which is something that I think a lot of basketball players do that's very unnecessary. And so starting the year, not producing how I should, there was definitely a lot of weight. But I kept pushing. So in times like this, when a lot of people typically just say, work, 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 it's all about work to overcome these obstacles. While that may be true in a lot of cases, what really helped me overcome this major hurdle in my life was coming to faith. And that is something that I think not only changed the trajectory of the season, but changed my life forever. So my high school basketball coach for my senior year, I think this was actually the biggest blessing of all. I think this is one of the best things, if not the best thing that basketball has ever brought me to. But he is a pastor, and he has a church, and he helped me so much during this time, not just find who I was as a player, but find myself as a person. And once I understood this, I feel like it was really like puzzle pieces started to just come together. It was the best feeling. I started to really trust the work I was putting in, and over everything, I trusted God, and my whole mindset during this time changed, not even changing on the court, but off the court. I feel like I became a lot better of a person. I think my mentality and my approach to the world and how I viewed things changed. And I think coming to God and being put in a position to where I could learn from my coach, my pastor, was such a blessing. And so after all of this, the trajectory of the season just changed. From it being a rough start, it ended up being an amazing season. I ended up receiving 6 college basketball opportunities and offers throughout the season, whether it being NAIA, JUCO, Division III, many blessings. And we ended up winning the state championship for the first time in school history. And that was crazy. We were down, I think, 24-6 in the first quarter of that game, and ended up coming back and winning. And everybody kind of doubted us in that game, but I mean, I think it was just because we were a little more unknown than the other team. But it ended up being one of the best seasons that it could end up being. Now, as far as choosing Life University as my home, man, it was the easy decision. I've known the coaches and staff and players at Life University for a while now, especially being born and raised in Marietta, Georgia. And it was a great fit. I think the culture here fits who I am as a person, and I'm excited to get to work. I can't wait. And this is only the beginning, so that's a little bit about me and my journey. And yeah.